Peace. Thank you for tuning into my channel. This video is going to be discussing the question of, do you know your blood type? In this video, I will be discussing the dismissal of 3D societal food diet labeling and going along with what corresponds with your true internal identity, also known as your blood type. The blood types are A negative, A positive, B negative, B positive, O negative, O positive, AB negative, AB positive. Now, do this as you are guided. You don't have to do this at all. This is just something that I'm sharing based off of my own personal experience that I have found to be beneficial. I'm excited about it, and I just, again, wanted to share it with you all. So, the information that I found has come from the Integrative Naturopathic Medical Center, which is located in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. I will be leaving a link to the website where I found this information that I'm going to also be sharing with you in a couple minutes here, but you can find that in the description box. Now, why you asked that I share this? I have found that the blood type is closely related to how we digest certain types of foods. It improves digestion. It helps maintain ideal body weight. It increases energy levels so we are less fatigued and more stronger and less weak. Prevents diseases related to internal organs, glands, joints, etc. I have been on what seems like a roller coaster with my diet since I can remember, especially being a female, where we have this societal programming of believing we have to look a certain way on the surface. And then with that being said, also beginning in the spiritual awakening, I have found myself going from that traditional food group pyramid type diet, moving into a pescatarian diet, which is fish and produce, and then going from pescatarian to vegetarian, where vegetarian is no animal meats, but still some animal byproduct along with produce. And then vegetarian to vegan where there is no animal product at all. And then going from vegan to fruitarian, where it's majority fruit, all fruit. Fruitarian to fasting being maybe possibly liquids, but nothing at all. And then I would just kind of go in between that and flip-flop throughout all of those, throughout this journey that I've been on since the onset of my awakening. With that being said, once I found out this information that's related to the blood type, it all started to make a little bit more sense to me. It has provided a little bit more clarity for me as well. Now that I know specifically what foods are good for my specific blood type and the most beneficial to my body. And so it has also helped me to conclude that I'm here eating to live, not necessarily living to eat. And it's supporting my internal system, which then gives the results outwardly as well. Now I have an example here, and this is for the blood type O. But you can see here that, and this was found on the website that I'm going to provide in the description box from the Integrative Naturopathic Medical Center. They have categories that go by food group. You can see here for the meat and poultry, there's a beneficial, well, for all the categories, there's a beneficial, neutral, and what is harmful. And you don't necessarily have to follow this. This is just it gives you a very good idea of the foods that are the most beneficial for your body and the ones that are most harmful. So it's only recommended if you're eating of these foods in the harmful list and you find that you've been eating them for a while and you feel fine, by all means continue to go with that. Everybody has their own path, and you are totally supposed to listen to your intuition and what your guide is telling you, so do follow that. Again, this is just my personal experience, and this is what I'm sharing. I found it to be beneficial, so I'm going to share the wealth. So with that being said, the importance, some other things to know about is that knowing your blood type is not just for dietary reasons as well. You may need to have blood given to you, or it can help someone who is in need of blood. There are certain blood types that fit with other blood types. There's a particular blood type that accepts all blood types. There are rare blood types that only go with rare blood types, and so it's important to have that information on hand as far as your own personal self. Another reason it's important to know your blood type is for certain health conditions and preventative measures. Health conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, stroke. It's also beneficial for pregnancy. Certain mixes in the blood and proteins corresponding with your baby as you're pregnant can cause jaundice or anemia or other health conditions as the baby's being born. It's also important for fertility, as there are some blood types that are at a higher risk for what is called diminished ovarian reserve. Overall, knowing your blood type gives you the power over your own health, allowing you to be your best advocate. Blood types wear many hats, and so again, it's just very important. I deem it an important thing to know as far as your health. Again, because it gives you that power over your own self, and you're able to control a little bit better what happens with you. And so where you can get your blood type if you don't know it, I would recommend going to a medical practitioner in order to retrieve that. They do have home kits that you can find at the store, but I would just say to be the most safe, you would want to visit a medical practitioner. If you donate blood, you can find out that way too. They give you a donor card with your blood type on it, and that's all I know as far as that's concerned. So yeah, do look into that. Maybe your local blood centers if you're interested in that, or get in contact with a practitioner who can help you out with that. So that is all the information that I have for this video. I hope that you find it beneficial. I thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much. Peace.